Earlier, arithmetic sequences grew by adding a common difference or term number. We're going to be looking at geometric sequences today, and they have what's called a common ratio. So they are multiplied by a same number. So first thing we want to do is I'm going to list out the terms for the sequence A. Okay, so if I look at this, I can tell 60 is half of 120, and I know that 30 is half of 60, so it's multiplying by 1/2, and it would continue to multiply by 1/2 if I write a half instead of a 5 there. So that is the definition of a geometric sequence. It's multiplying by a constant number. We look at sequence B, 2, 6, 11, 17. So here it added 4. Here it adds 5. Here it adds 6. So it's not it's not geometric, and it's not arithmetic. It's neither. So it grows in a different way. It doesn't grow by adding the same number. So we want to write the next three terms of these sequences. So I'm going to start 3, 6, 12, 24. So I can tell that I'm multiplying by 2. So our next number would be 48, then 96, and 192. Alright, looking at the next one, I can see a pattern of a negative number being involved here. So if every other one's negative, that means that we're probably going to have a negative multiplier. So I start with 64, and I go to negative 16, then I go to 4, then I go to negative 1. So it is multiplying by negative 1/4. So each one's being multiplied by negative 1/4. So our next term would be 1/4. Our next term after that would be negative 1/16. And then our last term would be negative 1/64, and it would be positive. So just looking at patterns, the growth is different. Now we're looking at graphing a geometric sequence. So in order to do that, we're going to have term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4, term 5. So our first one is I'm going to leave it off at 1 and 32 because I didn't make a big enough graph. Our second one, we're going to have 2 and 16. And then we're going to have 3 and 8. And it's going to be a discrete graph. Then we're going to have 4 and 2. Or 2, 4 and 4, excuse me. I went one too far, and then 5 and 2. So you see it getting smaller and smaller as it gets closer. Alright, so now we're going to write the equation for a geometric sequence. And what we're going to do is we're going to have term 1 is going to be first. So whatever the first term in the sequence is, that's what we're going to write. So we're going to write a to the n, meaning whatever term we're looking for is going to be equal to 2. And then this is multiplying by 6 each time. So then we're going to have 6 in parentheses, and then we're going to have exponent of n minus 1. And the reason we have n minus 1 is that we're looking for using the first term instead of a zero term or a y-intercept. So now we want to find what this equals. Find the 10th term. So we want to find a10. So that's going to be 2 times 6 to the 9th power. And find my calculator really quickly and get this figured out. And that equals 201.55392. That's a pretty big number, multiplying 6 that many times. Alright, so here let's write an equation for the nth term of the geometric and then find term number 7. So again, we're going to use our calculator, and that will be our exponent button. So term 1, -5, 25, -125. So we know it's multiplying by a -5. So our first term is 1. So this will be -5 to the 7 minus 1. So we're going to use 6 for our exponent. And our first one is -15,625. Looking at the next one, it goes from 13 to 26 to 52 to 104. So I can see that it's multiplying by 2. So we're going to start 13 times 2 to the 6th power. And that's 832 will be the 7th term. Now the next one here, 432, 72, 12, and 2. That's multiplying by 1/6. So we're going to have 432 times 1/6 to the 6th power. And I come up with 1 over 108. And finally, our last one, 4, 10, 25, 62.5. It's multiplying this by 2.5. So I'll have 4, 2.5 to the 6th power. And our answer is 976.5625. Pretty easy things with sequences.